Hey you, yeah you. Before we get this video started, I just want to say a thank you for those who have been a member of my Patreon. If you want to be a member of my Patreon, leave a link in the description down below right here. And there's a list right here of all the people who have been a member or a following member of the Patreon to help keep this channel alive. I would appreciate it if you do show your support, guys. You guys are awesome, and I really thank you for your support. Also, commissions are open, so if you want to commission for me to draw something for you, go to my DeviantArt page right here as well, in the link in the description, and I'll draw something for you. But make sure you hopefully follow the rules in my Patreon on my Patreon and commission, so we can get it on the list for me to draw something for you guys. I would really appreciate it if you do, and yeah. As always, take care, and have a great day, and let's start the video, shall we?
What is up, YouTube? Hobidon here, and I am back with another reaction video for all of you, and welcome back to another death battle. Omni-Man versus Homelander. And let's just be honest here. Omni-Man's gonna win this. Omni-Man is gonna win this hands down. It's no competition. Omni-Man's got this in the bag. If you know Omni-Man from Invincible series and Homelander from The Boys, and I have read the comic books, I've seen the comic books, Omni-Man's gonna win. Omni-Man is gonna win this. Do I even have to say it? But we're gonna see how it goes out. So, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe for more, and share anything in comment down below. Make sure to hit that notification bell. You guys know the rules. I really appreciate it for all of your support. We are at 8,000 subscribers, and that's thanks to you. Also, if you see that little heart, comment there, that little heart symbol there that says thanks, yeah, you can set a thank you comment where you donate money, and your comment will be highlighted, and I will call you out in future videos. So without further ado, let's get on to the video, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Rooster Teeth, we all know the rules on here. Death battle.
Omni-Man, the invincible champion from...
Yes, he is. Also known as voiced by J.K. Simmons, J. Jonah Jameson.
From Planet Viltrum.
Homelander, the world's greatest superhero, brought to you by Vought International.
Well, in his universe, he's the greatest superhero, but we all know we all know the truth here. We all know the truth.
Few heroes have stood the test of time with more...
This analysis will examine both the comics of Invincible and The Boys, but we'll avoid going into specifics details regarding spoilers for past of the shows as much as possible. Yeah, spoilers. If you have read the comics, you know what's gonna happen for Invincible. If you have read the comics, like I said, you know what's gonna happen in Invincible. You know what Invincible story leads to, because hey, it's been out. The comic's been out for a longest. The Invincible series isn't new. It's new in animation, but it's not new. It's a comic book series. Same goes for The Boys.
Plumbed than the very first, Superman. But what if absolute power did, in fact, corrupt absolute?
Alright, this is a clip from the Justice Lords.
Answer, we're all screwed.
Basically, if Superman ever turned evil, Zack Snyder's take of an evil Superman. That's basically Zack Snyder's vision, is that he wanted Superman to be treated as a god, where people bow down and worship him by fear, because that's how he is, and then later on turn to be the greatest villain in the DC universe. I think Zack Snyder is trying to make Superman the arch enemy to Batman, which is really stupid.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh, they're doing this in animation. Nice. All right.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Omni-Man. Had you going there for a second,
No,
huh?
not really.
Not really. His name is in the title of the video.
Well, you might be forgiven for mistaking Nolan Grayson for his classic comic inspiration. He's even got that sexy mustache that he's not afraid to hide with terrible CGI.
We know the jokes about that. We all know jokes about this the whole mustache thing. Josh Whedon's Josh Whedon. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. I might have been wrong. The original Justice League the Justice League movie before the Snyderverse. Also, Omni-Man, his real name Nolan Grayson. Age 1,000 years. Height, he's 6 feet and 2 inches tall. He's 250 pounds. Species, Viltrumite. Really wants his son to think. You know that reference.
Born on the planet Viltrum, Nolan was sent to Earth to act as its super-powered alien defender and spread the enlightenment of his utopian homeworld.
And as his superhero alter ego Omni-Man, there was no one better suited to the task. He saved the world countless times, worked alongside the Guardians of the Globe, and even married and had a son, Mark.
Life couldn't
Yay.
be better until Mark inherited his dad's Viltrumite powers. That's when Mark found out that his dad was a stinking rat bastard liar.
Turns out Viltrum wasn't exactly the peaceful utopia Nolan promised.
Peaceful in the sense that they culled half their population, murdering billions with their
that still
bare
makes me
hands
feel
until
weird.
only
Feel
the strongest
squeamish.
were left, united by a common purpose.
This
That's a big
Viltrumite
Viltrumite.
empire then went on to conquer planet after planet in their home galaxy, murdering any who dared oppose them. So just scratch that whole peaceful part entirely.
And turns out Omni-Man was here to do that same thing to Earth.
We were in common ourselves with the planet environment, eventually becoming a member of society.
Sorry, Mark. Your dad's a dick.
Yes,
Even worse,
he is.
He's easily the most powerful being on the entire planet.
And it's
Imagine
terrifying.
combining the raw power of a Kryptonian and the bloodlust of a Saiyan.
And featuring that this is Superman Prime. This is Superboy Prime from Crisis. He went crazy. He went crazy in the Crisis universe. Overpowered. He was an overpowered villain, and it took a very long time for him to actually find peace. And it took until the time where the end of the Batman Who Laughs. Yeah.
And what you get is basically a Viltrumite.
Due to their unique
A Saiyan,
DNA,
the
Viltrumites
power
are
of a
composed
Kryptonian
of
with the
smart
bloodlust of a
atoms that they
Saiyan.
can
Pretty
manipulate
much
to
it.
achieve superhuman feats, like holding their breath for weeks on end by drawing more energy from the oxygen inside them.
Wow.
Kinda reminds me of that whole
Okay.
bioelectric aura thing Superman has. That's basically how comic writers bullshit a science-y explanation for his powers.
Yeah, at least that's how. At least it explains that Superman has that. How he's able to stop a plane from crashing with his bare hands when it crashes into him. And yeah, it explains. They explain in the comic books, but people call it that's BS because when other superheroes do it, like Homelander, he's saying Homelander can't carry a plane apparently. Which I have questions about that.
Except smart atoms make even less sense. How can atomic structure be designated by your DNA? DNA is made of atoms. It's completely nonsensical biological hogwash that I cannot stand.
Oh, comics fans, I'm calling this debunked.
Oh no, he's on fire!
Viltrumites can fly, withstand near absolute zero temperatures, and even possess insane healing factors. You know, stuff.
Acceleration, healing, flight, inhuman longevity, nigh invulnerability, resistance to star level heats, and absolute zero, superhuman physiology, and a rockin' mustache. We know what that is. We know, and a being mustache. Most Viltrumites in the comics do have mustaches for males. I haven't seen a single Viltrumite that doesn't have a mustache besides Mac. Besides Mac Grayson, Invincible.
Stuff like getting punched through the stomach, having your guts ripped out, or having your face smashed up in a tomato soup. I don't mean to exaggerate, but
Yeah.
Viltrumites in this series get fucked up and somehow survive.
Yeah, they're
However,
they're
too much
crazy.
trauma to the brain or heart can overtax their healing factors, and intense heat can be especially damaging.
Even the most powerful Viltrumites can
Yikes.
be killed by extended baths in the spicy hot plasma of a star.
And because of their abilities, their inner ear vestibular system is far more
Oh.
sensitive than a regular human's. Intense sonic pressure will disrupt their fragile equilibrium and even prevent them from flying.
Though,
Good to know. So fire and sound can hurt a Viltrumite. Loud noises that are sensitive to their ears can really damage them. All right.
pushing themselves to their physical limits only ends up making them way stronger. And considering Nolan has
Right,
been alive
like I
and
saying.
planet conquering for thousands
Yeah.
of years, he's easily one of the toughest Viltrumites
Oh,
around.
man.
Like, other aliens attacking him will literally splatter their bodies against him. But Mark didn't inherit
that is
everything from his dad.
Mark
Despite
Grayson.
his alien genes, Mark was raised as a human with our weak, pathetic human values like love and compassion and not brutally murdering the shit out of everyone you see like a maniac. Really made it difficult for Nolan to relate to his kid.
Such as when these aliens
Yeah.
invaded Earth. Mark tried his best
I
to
hated these
minimize
aliens. They were
casualties
annoying.
and outsmart his numerically superior foes.
Nolan, meanwhile, tackled their leader through the portal back to their homeworld, then spent some time systematically annihilating their planet for even daring to take Earth from him.
This
Classic
scene was epic
generational divide.
and insane.
Annihilate is
Holy
underselling it.
cow.
Nolan flew so
Nolan
fast
was not
that his
holding
body
back
lit their
at all
planet's
whatsoever
atmosphere
in
on
this.
fire, creating massive country-sized explosions, with his own body as the projectile.
God
Omni-Man has
darn.
flown across galaxies in only a week, survived punching a hole through a planet, and he
Did that's from later seasons. Later seasons in the future. If season 2 or season 3, maybe there's a season 3. I'm not too sure. I hope there's a season 3 of Invincible. I'm still waiting for season 2. Spoilers, Nolan goes for a very big redemption arc. People hate Nolan because how a terrible person he is in the TV show. But if you read the comics, this man goes to a redemption story that redeems him. And hopefully they tackle that.
even deflected a meteor the size of Texas.
Assuming that means the diameter of the meteor is equivalent to the distance from the top of the Panhandle to the Gulf of Mexico. That would make it 1,300 kilometers wide.
And weigh over 4.6 quintillion tons, moving
Right.
at re-entry speeds of over 11,000 meters per second.
This level of power is consistent with various feats from the comics, such as when a Viltrumite pushed a moon at high speeds. Wow, I need to see that in animation, and I remember seeing that in a comic, because it was insane. I hope we see that in animation though.
It had hit with enough energy to destroy the moon twice over.
So
Yep.
Omni-Man is strong enough to slaughter those who considered him an ally, the Guardians of the Globe.
Yeah,
all to
they're
ensure as seamless
basically
a
their version of
transition
the
to
Justice
coming
League.
Viltrumite rule as possible.
Too bad for Nolan.
Discount
It
Justice.
wouldn't be that easy, because he'd have to go through his son first.
Mark was horrified by his father's treachery, spurred on by the reveal that Nolan only viewed his mother as a pet, a disposable
Yeah,
broodmare.
that-
Invincible
that was
fought
messed up.
Omni-Man to save the planet.
And that's when Mark's real Viltrumite training began.
This
Get it?
train scene
Training?
was
Like the train?
Yes, we
This train
get it.
was-
It was
that
a
train
good
scene was
pun.
too
Jesus.
bloody.
But if anything, it was
So many
Omni-Man
people
that
died.
learned a lesson about humanity that day.
He may have tried to turn Mark into a Viltrumite, but in reality, as Nolan fled Earth with tears in his eyes, Mark made his father human.
Aww. It's the closest start to his redemption, and like I said, Nolan will have a redemption story. From the comics. I hope so. We get to see that in action in the TV show if they stay true to the comics. So far, it's somewhat true with some changes in the mix. But we shall see. And I really hate how it's really crazy how they show how easily human beings could die when in the world of Invincible and the boys. Oh boy. Alright, time for
Welcome to
Homelander.
Vought International.
Basically one of the worst fictional business companies in all of comic book history. Vought International is not to be trusted.
Multi-billion-dollar American conglomerate whose #1 products are the greatest superheroes on the face of the earth.
That's right. Superheroes
Yeah.
are real and they're big business.
Imagine a company
You
that
don't want
possesses
these
a monopoly
heroes.
on popular
You do not want these heroes.
culture, pumping out movies, TV shows, action figures, and video games constantly, drowning the masses in a slurry of focus-tested nostalgia opium
Wow.
with no end in sight.
It
Yeah.
won't stop.
Imagine.
Imagine. Is that a call out to the MCU? Because the MCU is better than this.
Within Vought's pantheon of gods among
The
men
MCU
is the
heroes are
premier
better than
super
these
team,
heroes.
the Seven, and its leader, Homelander.
This crazy man.
He's got the looks, the charm, the Jesus, and most
no.
importantly, he's got the power to slaughter all of America's enemies at home and abroad.
Yeah. I saw the animation. Oh, he killed that girl. I know she was a criminal. I know she was just a criminal, but you didn't have to do this to her. She was young. Holy crap! I saw the animation of the boys on Amazon. Holy crap! This was crazy.
This guy probably eats freedom and shits eagles.
But Homelander's squeaky clean corporate sheen is only skin deep. Far from the big blue Boy Scout he's marketed as,
Homelander's real name, John. He doesn't have a last name. It's just John. Age, he's 41. Height, he's 5 feet and 11 inches tall. Okay, wow, I'm almost taller than me. Okay, Nolan is taller than this dude. His height, he is 100. His weight, not height. His height is 5 feet and 11 inches. His weight is 165 pounds. Species, super abled human. Yeah, he's human. He's a human with given these powers. Leader of the Seven. He enjoys attention, fame, and milk. Huh.
Homelander is probably the closest thing to Lucifer on Earth.
Yes,
Remember
you are
Bad
right.
Future Biff from
Yes,
Back
I
to the
do.
Future? Now give him superpowers and media training.
Vought's official story is that Homelander was an alien who landed here as a baby, a
Really?
tale we're all familiar with.
And
Yes.
one that's total
Superman's like, really? You're ripping me off?
bullshit. Homie was made in a lab with Vought's proprietary super soldier serum, Compound
Yes.
V.
And he was a complete
He was made in a
success.
lab.
Too much of a success. He was murdering rooms of terrified
Yeah.
scientists before his umbilical cord was even cut. In the comics, Vought had to keep a remote-controlled hydrogen bomb strapped to him at all times because they had
A hydrogen bomb strapped into his butt until they are sure they can trust him. They did this in the comics. I don't think they did this in the TV show.
no idea what else could possibly kill him.
As he grew up, he was subjected to psychological conditioning to make him the greatest and most profitable hero of all time.
It wasn't long before he debuted as Homelander, the ultimate defender of the American dream.
Homelander possesses massively super
Yeah, this dude only cares about defending America. He doesn't give a crap about the rest of the world. Only America. He treats the United States as the one country better than everyone else. Oh, I can tell you right here and now. Yeah, we're not perfect. America's not perfect. We got flaws. We are not perfect. We all have flaws.
superhuman strength, speed, and durability. He can fly at hypersonic speeds, see through walls with X-ray vision, and detect a person's emotional state from just the sound of their heartbeat.
But you know you're done for when he breaks out his heat vision, which is
Yeah.
strong enough to slice through crowds of
Oh,
people
yeah.
or split airplanes.
Killing all those people, that was just a dream sequence. Spoilers. He was thinking about killing all the people who disagree with him because he's a psychopath.
In half.
Or screams so loud that it
Yeah.
shatters the eardrums of anyone around him.
Those are innocent bystanders whose ears are exploding, by the way. Oh yeah, he totally botched this mission to stop a plane.
You expect there's guts all over an instrument. The instrument expect we didn't know how to fly. Black Noir was the effing pilot. You stupid unbearable. Oh wow. Yeah. Wow, jeez. This is definitely accurate to the TV show. They curse a lot.
Plane hijacking, so he forced each and everyone on board to die in the resulting crash so they wouldn't reveal.
This dude let all the innocent people, the men, the women, the children, to die in a plane crash, so that they will not tell, so they won't tell anyone that he did a terrible job. He's willing to kill a lot of people just to hide his public image. And they worship, and they would, and the people would believe him because they fear this man. This guy is too OP in that and only in this universe. Bring him to a world where beings who are stronger than him, he doesn't stand a chance. Because this Homelander has never got a chance to try and test his full might against beings who can give him a hard time. Because he doesn't have to. There's no powerful beings in his universe that matches up to his level. He never actually has to try and fight people. He just overpowers them with his own strength without effort. He's lazy.
His incompetence.
Well, Homelander's powers may be real, but his heroism is a charade.
Yes,
Though
it
he
is.
plays his part well, he cares nothing for the peons he's forced to protect.
The only thing
No,
he
he does
treasures
not.
is, ironically, his public image. Turns out being raised as a lab experiment doesn't create a healthy person. But
You
don't
think?
worry, he eventually cleaned up his act and started a totally 100% healthy sexual.
Oh boy. Yeah, you think being Vox International are the worst company in the boys in all fictional company businesses. Next to LexCorp and Oscorp Industries. Well, then again, LexCorp company did make the city of Metropolis look more futuristic, so his company does run the city. But it's still run by an evil man.
Relationship with a fellow superhero who just happened to be an actual Nazi.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Why
sex,
not?
Wiz, you know how I'm always saying we should figure out how Superman and Lois get busy? Well, forget that, because Homelander proved that they can't.
Yeah, they can't. Superman and Lois can have a child. They found not with Superman having powers. No. He was in a red. Superman had to go in a red sun where he has to lose his powers temporarily just to impregnate his wife, and that's how Jonathan Kent was born. The little Jonathan Kent was born. Superman had to give up his powers temporarily in order to have a child with his wife Lois, and we get the best son, the good boy, Superboy Jonathan Kent, until Brian Michael Bendis aged him up to be a teenager and replaced and Tom Kent and the new writer at DC who's working on the Superman comics made him, the comic books didn't do so well. His comic didn't do so well, trying to be the replacement Superman. And Warner Brothers are killing off Superman in the Justice League. And they're actually killing off the Justice League. It's crazy. It's really crazy.
When his ejaculation blew his partner to
Oh
smithereens.
gosh, no.
Who drew that?
Who drew that indeed? And he gives that the person he was being satisfied is dead, and he's happy about it. Oh my gosh.
Look, there's no way to sugarcoat this. Considering
Yes.
a human's
No way.
load has much less mass than a shotgun pellet, it would have to be moving
Yes, it is.
significantly faster to achieve the same kinetic energy. Over 1,500 meters per second, or 4.5 times faster than sound.
Wow.
That's right. Homelander can bust a nut faster than the speed of sound. Well, good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Kind of sucks for humanity that they made this dude the most powerful being on the planet and a psycho
Yeah.
murderer.
That's no exaggeration. Still,
That's Vox fault. Vox International's fault. That's their fault. They chose to make this man OP. He effortlessly threw a baseball into orbit, hurled a fighter jet with one hand, escaped a C4 explosion mid-detonation, can survive any known man-made weapon, rapture the ears of all the passengers in a plane just by screaming. He is stronger than Queen Maeve. No, the rip-off Wonder Woman. Has killed the president, Bonzia, Mr. Manhattan, and the president. Professor Bonzier. Yeah, he does this in the comics. He's killed a lot of people in the comic books. Way more than he does in the show. The show is sugarcoating it.
Well, even commented that Homelander has proven immune to every weapon known to mankind, no matter how powerful. Humanity literally lacks the ability to kill him.
That'd include nuclear weapons as powerful as the
man
Tsar
kills
bomb,
normal
which
criminals.
exploded with the energy of 50 megatons of TNT.
Actually, it could have exploded with twice that. But the Soviets who created it were afraid it would irreversibly alter Earth's biosphere and end the world. That's right, we all almost died.
We almost died because of Russia. Okay. Good. Keep that in mind.
And that's the kind of shit Homelander can shrug off no problem. He's strong enough to throw a jet with one hand and fast enough to outspeed a C4 explosion.
Despite being an emotionally stunted man-child, Homelander is still surprisingly cunning and able to manipulate those around him.
Though it probably wasn't too smart to piss off the world's angriest limey, Billy Butcher. Yeah, turns out forcibly fathering a bastard son with someone else's wife is not a good idea.
Of note, as unjustifiable as it is, to Homelander, this gave him something he never had before. Some small measure of control over his own life.
Being born Vought's star pupil meant he was under their thumb from the day he was born. His superpowered son was the first thing that was truly his and might be his best option for a new beginning.
Eesh.
Or not.
Yeah, or not. In the comics, Homelander's son is dead. Homelander's son died while still an infant. He killed Billy Butcher's wife while a baby, eye lasering through her stomach in the comics. I'm not sure if that's how I remember it. So in the TV show, yeah, this kid is lucky to be alive. Hopefully when he grows up and master his powers, I hope he becomes a better superhero than Homelander. Because I hope he does become a better superhero than Homelander. If you watch season 2, you know what happens.
Well, moron, good for Happy Gilmore, oh my god!
Alright, the combatants are set in front of the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Alright, let's do this. How are we doing this? Oh, Nolan's house. And there he is. Oh, this is
howdy, neighbor.
This is really good 2D animation.
It's warm.
Why you look that way?
You know, Nolan, Homelander is more than just a superhero. It might be cynical to say this, but
I'm worried now.
A brand.
What did he do?
It's very important to me that brand means something. And if I'm playing second fiddle to some goddamn alien, what's really the point, right? What do you think, Debbie?
Oh no! Why?
Oh, she
suffered enough as it is.
So do we have an understanding?
You monster!
Get the fuck out of my country.
Screw you. Okay.
I'm going to feed you your own heart.
Okay.
Shit. That was a great line.
Let him have it, Omni-Man.
Country? Seriously? I'm not here for your country.
You're right, he's here for more. Kid, get out of here. Those two are way too OP. There we go. It's faster than you. Oh no. Oh, those poor people. They don't care.
Never been hit by someone your own size before?
Yep.
You have to turn with the punch to reduce. Better.
Not bad. You know, I'm liking this. I'm liking this. It's good to. I like to see Homelander being put in his place. A lot of characters in fictional series can take down Homelander. There are a lot of them. There we go. Ow! That hurt. Oh, those poor people. Who brought civilians here? Yeah, they see what you've done.
What's the matter? Are you going to cry?
Ouch.
Doctor, I'm done with you. I'm gonna blast right that little shit son of yours.
Leave Mark out of this.
Neighborhood and every goddamn person you
Leave
know.
Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh!
Remember what I promised you.
Oh, you did. Yeah.
Now swallow.
Oh crap!
Merry Christmas.
It's not Christmas. It's not Christmas yet, but maybe in your universe. But thanks. You did promise him he'll eat his own heart. You made good with that. You kept your word. Oh man. I'm glad you're getting redemption in season 2.
If there's a god, it sure seems like he was working out some aggression there.
Despite Homelander's dominance within the world of the...
Okay, wow, that was, wow. Let's see, Omni-Man's advantage. What Omni-Man's advantage is? He is 7.2 billion times faster than Homelander. He is 60 billion times stronger than Homelander, has a more advanced healing factor, and has superior flight abilities. As for Homelander, the only advantage he have, he can counter Omni-Man's flight by attacking his equilibrium, basically his eardrums, slightly more versatility of his inabilities. He slightly has more abilities than him. His disadvantages has little means of a killing blow, and is less experience of taking hits. That is very true. Homelander has never fought anyone stronger than him, so he has no experience fighting superpowered beings stronger than he does that ever actually gave him a challenge. So that makes sense.
The boys, he's a big fish in a small pond.
I'm just glad to see Homelander get his
can move
butt
faster
kicked,
than
but
sound, while Omni-Man can move
I'm
faster
glad to see
than light.
Omni-Man.
Homelander can survive.
I'm sorry. I'm glad to see Homelander get put in his place, but holy cow, that took it to the next level. I liked it, but being shocked by it.
A nuke, while Omni-Man can shatter the moon twice over.
To be fair, Homelander did have a couple of abilities Omni-Man didn't, like his heat vision.
And while Viltrumite healing factors have failed against continuous exposure to the heat of stars, that still took quite a bit of time. And
yeah, depending on how hot the heat vision has to be, would take a long time to melt to kill a Viltrumite like Nolan. It's shown that in the comic books.
There's no reason to think Homelander's heat vision was anywhere near that hot.
Hell, Nolan's tanked heat vision from the superhero Mean Supreme before, who can vaporize people in an instant.
Even if it was hot enough, Omni-Man's superior speed would cut him off before he could do any lasting damage. Similarly, despite being able to disrupt his equilibrium with his supersonic screaming, Homelander wasn't strong enough to capitalize on it in any meaningful way.
Plus, while Homelander is pretty devious when the situation calls for it, Omni-Man has been fighting and conquering worlds for thousands of years. He comes from a warrior culture based on fighting. Homelander.
Yep, that is true. Nolan has way more experience fighting as a warrior than Homelander.
On the other hand, comes from a test tube and never had to push himself as a fighter because he was always so much stronger than everyone else.
Yeah, basically Saitama. Saitama doesn't have to go full power because he's basically Saitama from One Punch Man is basically an anime protagonist from the end of his series thrown in the beginning of his series. And for Homelander, basically was given all these overpowered abilities, but never been challenged before.
And that's the key difference between them. One is a warrior, and the other is a bully. Homelander was never going to give up easy, but Omni-Man's skill, power, and Viltrumite heritage earned him the win.
When it comes to Superman knockoffs, Homelander had to eat his heart out.
Literally.
The winner is Omni-Man.
Congrats, Omni-Man.
Death Battle is back, and we've launched a brand
It's
new
been
membership
back, buddy.
program
Shut
for our
up.
YouTube channel. By directly supporting
I'm
our
kidding.
team,
That-
you'll get unique
my
emotes,
bad, man.
badges, and additional content, and a bunch more.
Who wants to watch the battle royale of the boys? I think I did a reaction to that one as well. I might leave a link in the description down below to show you my reaction to that.
Click that join button to see more info, and thanks so much for watching.
Who's next? Magneto. Huh? Oh, I know this anime. I know this one. Tetsunu. Well, that was Omni-Man versus Homelander. And I like this. My favorite picture, that'll stop it here. Omni-Man just punching the crap out of him. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little reaction video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments below. Are you glad that Omni-Man wins? Or did you think Homelander was going to win this? Which, obviously, he was never going to win this. Anywho, take care, have a good day, be safe, and most importantly, stay frosty and stay healthy out there. Catch you all later, and make sure to wash your hands. Take care, guys.